You know, if you are a complete beginner,
Oh,
obviously, I'm going to say, are you recording? Because I didn't see anything at the top, and I was going to stop you and say you're recording. Take that as a no. Welcome back to the Uninkable Dads and week 2 of Whispers in the Well. On today's episode, we cover the upcoming events to test your Lorcana skills, look at the decks you might want to take with you and the ones to watch out for. And I've heard a lot of people saying that you can't play aggro in this format. But like a toddler on a sugar rush, it just won't sit down or go away. So we show you why you might want to play it and why you will want to avoid it. We've even got some hot off the press Lorcana news for you. So don't touch that dial. Tonight's episode is going to be especially perfect and polished, mainly because someone forgot to press record and we got halfway through before either of us realised. So take 2. So joining me tonight, as always, is the technical whiz behind the channel, so long as you don't have to put any batteries into microphones or hit the record button. We've had to pull him away from his new business. Yes, he pulled so many Cinderellas on release weekend, he's had to open his own shop just to sell them. It's the set champ and sealed winning Sultan of Spice himself, FPS Madness.
well, you know, thank you very much. And yeah, Cindy's R Us is now open. You know, we've got that up and running. You know, just I don't know what everyone's complaining about. I only got 7. You know, it's not that many.
Everyone's looking through the
and a spare playset. You know,
everyone's looking through their cards, going, I'd really like to have a Cindy. Can't find one. I'll get another box, another
7.
case. Haven't got one yet. You're like, these sounds common or what?
Yeah, that's it. It started to get a bit samey after, you know, the 5th one, you know. Like, another Cindy. Yeah, no, we had quite a good one. Obviously, anyone who didn't manage to catch the live stream, we did get some really good pulls. So we'll have a quick look, you know, just show off a tiny bit, you know. So we did manage to pull 3 enchanted on the day, which is really nice. I'm not going to complain. My other half seems to have a really good knack of being able to pull the Chasing Enchanted. Last set she managed to get the Dumbo Enchanted, and this set she pulled the Cindy. So she is opening all my boxes from now on. I'm not opening any more packs.
Absolutely.
So yeah, no, I was really happy with that.
And you opened the Goofy, well, right?
Yeah.
And Goofy was your Art Matters pick recently. And Cinderella was Caroline's Art Matters pick recently.
Hey, look at that. Eh?
So yeah, art really does matter.
So what you're saying is people need to comment, tell us what their Art Matters card is, and then they can pull a nice shiny enchanted.
Yeah, so Art Matters, commons are banned.
Yeah, no more commons. Like commons, uncommons. It needs to be legendary above for Art Matters now. So yeah. Yeah, no, it was really good. Like I say, we pulled a few Cindy's. This was 6 of them. I then went to Sealed the next day and pulled another one. So yeah, I did really well. 7 in total. Unfortunately, one of them, the Enchanted, is packed up in a box and it's on its way to someone to put in a single sleeve and riffle shuffle in a deck and make everyone feel really cringy. So yeah, I think my pulls were trying to tell me to play Sapphire Steel.
Definitely looks Amber that way, Steel. Doesn't it?
No, yeah,
Amber Steel. Tell you to say
wrong deck.
Amber Steel, but just with blue in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Like Amber Steel, but blue. So, but yeah, we did really well. Like I say, these were my pulls from the 2 cases. So we managed to get, I think it was full Hades, full Demona, and Black Cauldron, and then a fair chunk of legendary. So I'm off to a good start. I'm ready to go, raring to go. Got everything I need for my deck at the weekend. So yeah.
Actually, I've just asked Chat GPT what you would call a group of princesses. I didn't know what to call your kind of gagglers. And the one I like is a budget deck builder's nightmare.
Oh god!
I think that's that's what it's come back with.
What budget deck builder's nightmare?
But it's come back with.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah, A Sparkle of Princesses has come back with as well. That's quite a nice one.
A sparkle, I like that. Yeah, yeah. How many do you need to have a sparkle? Is it three and above?
Yeah, I think if you've got 3, you're
Four.
right.
Four's a playset.
Well, 4's a
And
playset.
then you can say, now you can, like, I don't have a playset of Cindy's, I have a sparkle of Cindy's.
I like that. That
See?
works.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, lock in, pick up your sparkles of your princesses and take them and go and win a CCQ. That's the plan, isn't it? I mean, that's what this person did, so, you know.
Absolutely. So somebody got
So,
hold of
yeah.
their Cindy's very early as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was that the same weekend?
First weekend, yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
like the first... Because they're starting to do that now, right? So previously, I think people have waited until the second weekend, until cards are generally available because they're at, big box stores. But there are now some tournaments that are, they're saying they're gonna showcase the new cards as early as they can. So release weekend, we had a couple of big tournaments around the globe where people were playing the full Whispers in the Well format from the go. So I reckon there was
Nice.
some
I mean, it gives
scrambling
us
for
some nice,
cards.
some nice information on the meta, nice and early. They did really well. I mean, 4 Goliaths and 4 Cindy's, so very nice. We're starting to see this trend of the one-offs coming in. I think Frank started. A few more players I think are going to be doing this. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 different one drops in here. So you got them Mayor, Wind Dancer, Aurora. One jump is kind of standard in blue now, and Ink Runner. So there's a few oddball ones in there.
I get the Aurora.
But yeah,
I get the Aurora. I can sort of get the Ink Runner. I struggle to get behind the Mayor Wind Dancer. Tell me in the comments if I'm
seems
just
random.
wrong. Yeah, it's stats, which I kind of get, but it's just in this deck. Like stats matter earlier, right? So the earlier you can get a big character out on the board, the better, which is great. Do you want to play this on 4? No, you want to play Cinderella or Kida, right? So do you want to play this on 5? Yeah, maybe. But actually,
I mean, if you've got no option.
yeah,
But
if you've got no option, but you've got Namari, you've got Aurora, you've got Jasmine there, which are probably better options on 5. And then we get to 6, you definitely don't want to be playing it because you've got the Goliath and Tinkerbell. So, yeah, it's like, it just feels awkward as to where you would
yeah,
play it. And the later you leave it, the worse it is. Because once you get to
yeah.
7,
I mean,
8, big
this
stats.
deck it's all about skipping numbers, isn't it? So you go from 2 ink to 4, and then 4 to 6, and then so on and so forth. It's like if you're playing Aurora or Jasmine or Namari, they all trigger Cinderella again. You play Mare, it doesn't do anything. So it does seem very random. Maybe it's in there for the aggro matchup because, like we say, when you look at this deck, it's going to struggle in aggro. Like you say, they don't do much for the first 5 turns. So, first 5 ink at least. So potentially 4 to 5 turns before they actually start doing anything. If you can get a Daisy, a Nala, and something else down, and then back it up with the Mickey, you're going to struggle to start to remove that.
Yeah. And that if they don't find Spooky Sight in this deck, I think it does struggle because even once you get into those big characters, they're removing one thing. I mean, other than maybe obviously Tinkerbell, they get Tinkerbell down on the board. That's a bit of an issue for some aggro decks. But again, as you say, Amber Steel, you get that Mickey down. It's giving everything +2 willpower. All of a sudden, Tinkerbell doesn't take out that second character.
No, and that's the thing. And you got to imagine some Amber Steel decks now are going to be running Strength and Zeus themselves. So, they could potentially take out this tank before it has a chance to do anything. So, be interesting to see. But they've also run in the new 8-cost Headless Horseman, Curse Rider. So it's a 5/7 quest for 2. It's a shift 5, but there's no other targets in here, so it's never going to be shifted. unless you're shifting it onto itself, which don't think you'd want to do. I mean, the card's random enough as it is, and let's not go down the road of doing it twice. So it has the ability Witching Hour, which is when you play this character, each player draws 3 cards, then discards 3 cards at random. Choose an opposing character and deal 2 damage to them for each action card discarded this way. So the way I first looked at this, I was like, well, that means you both draw 3. You discard 3, and you do 2 damage for each action. That's not too bad. Then I realised that your opponent has to discard 3, so they don't gain any cards. They just randomly shuffle through. Then I realised that it's a random, so you don't even get to pick what you discard. And then reading this again, I've just realised the action part counts for both. So if you're playing against a deck that's got loads of actions and they draw 3 actions and then discard 3 actions, you get to deal 6 to something.
But this is a big chunk of ink, right? So you've got to pay the 8 ink, because you say there's no shift in this. There's no, other than ramp, there's no way of cheating this out. So you pay. So this is kind of, this to me is like you're walking into this casino. You got a massive bunch of chips in your hand. You're going, am I ever going to have a good night? You know, going around the tables, putting a few bets on.
Work your way around.
No, I'm going to take this pile of chips. I'm sticking them on a number, and I'm going to see what happens. I mean, this
green
is
0.
so random. Absolutely, as you say, this could do absolutely nothing, and it could mess you up, because you could draw 3 and then discard the 3 cards that you need. So it could mess your hand up, could do absolutely naff all in terms of damage, or it could mess your opponent up, could draw you into 3 good cards, and could absolutely slap their biggest threat off the board. Because I understand the way this works is so you do the draw and discard, and you look at those cards, so you know how much damage is going to be done before you pick the character it's going on.
Yes.
So this could get rid of the biggest threat on the board, and as I say, could
technically it could do 12 damage.
Just such. I mean, we thought Oswald was high.
I just realised one situation where this card's actually good when you top deck it. Because if you top deck this and you got the ink to play, yes, you're just putting the top 3 cards of your deck into the discard, but you've slapped down a 5/7 that quests for 2 and potentially done damage to another card.
Yeah.
So top deck mode is actually not too bad.
That's fair.
If you've got 4 or 5 cards in hand, and then this, like, you've got Hades, you've got a Goliath, you've got a Tink, and then you play this and you draw 2 Tippos and a Namari, and then you end up discarding your Hades, Goliath, and Tink, you're going to be like, damn it. Oh, well, at least I got Tippo. So I don't know.
So this is not one for the faint-hearted, is it? This is one for... I'm going to have a bit of fun.
It's a roll the dice situation, isn't it? It's definitely an interesting one. One deck this could be good in, I don't think the colour combination is possible, because I think it's locked down, is the card that says, like, when you're supposed to discard, you don't.
Oh, yes. That is true.
I think that's a dual card. I think it's green-purple, so I don't think it's possible, but yeah. Well, maybe that's the answer. You play green-purple, and when they tell you to discard, this is just a straight draw 3 cards for you. Look at that. Lovely. So yeah, it's obviously done extremely well. It did finish first. But there wasn't much aggro there. There was a few dogs decks, but there wasn't much aggro. There wasn't much typical aggro amber steel, which I think is the deck that this would really struggle against. So it'd be interesting to see if we slowly move towards that, because if loads of people start playing this, I'll just play aggro, because there's no way I want to play this in the mirror. This is just dice roll city. I'd rather play aggro. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And we'll see what comes around in the next few weeks, and whether this sticks around in the meta, or whether this is a flash in the pan for the first week. So yeah, maybe drew 3 headless horsemen and his packs were like, yeah, they're going perfect.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fun thing, isn't it, for the week 1 of a new meta, especially that early on. big tournament is your
Yeah.
deck choices are going to be slightly influenced by what you can get your hands on. As I say,
Yeah, I remember at the start of Fabled, I think it was Zach Bibbins run Purple Steel, I think it was, and he had 3 riders in his deck. And because he didn't have Dumbos, so he put another evasive in. He did really well, and everyone thought the riders were in there on purpose. So riders foil stock went flying up. Everyone was buying the riders in foil because they were like, "Oh, it's really good! It's really good." Zach obviously thinks it's good. And then they interviewed him, and he was like, "Yeah, I just didn't have the Dumbos." And it was just like, "Oh." So yeah, maybe it was one of those ones. We'll never know. But yeah, it's an interesting start to the set, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the meta changes as we go through. But yeah, we have some very spicy Lorcana news for everyone. So this is literally just now come about. So take 2. If we were on take 1, you wouldn't have even seen this. And this is the first look at the packaging for Wilds Unknown, for starters. They've gone for quite a bright theme. This is the first real bright theme, I think. We've had quite a few dark ones. I mean, the last bright one I can think of was set 3. That was like a creamy colour, wasn't it? England. But yeah, this is one of the
yeah,
first brighter ones.
I mean, I think it fits the theme. I'm not sure I massive fan of the color aesthetically, but I think it fits that Toy Story Pixar kind of feeling for me. So
Yeah,
it looks good. I'm very
I
intrigued by the
think
fact that
it's
they've
supposed to
given
be
us.
like rays of sunshine, like bright, colourful, like.
There you go. Could well be. Yeah, it's got those sparkly bits at the top of the deck box there. Um, yeah, if they're in the wilds unknown with the sun beating down on them. Yeah, very
Yeah.
true. Very true.
So this is the new pre-release kit that we'll be getting. So no longer are we going to locals and just having 6 random cards out of a booster box. Now we have pre-release kits. So in this pre-release kit, you'll get 6 booster packs, 4 dice, which is a bit random. Trove has 6, I think. So to have 4, unless these are going to match the Trove, so that way you add to it. But I would imagine they're going to be different. Otherwise, it seems very weird. But I suppose 4 dice is really enough. How many damage counters do you really need? A little booklet. 1 of 3 random postcards by looks of things. So we're going to get maybe a bit of lore on it. 1 of 6 random promo cards. So there's going to be 6 promo cards to collect in pre-release. So yeah, that's going to make things interesting. People are going to want more than 1 of these. And then a deck box to keep it all in. So yeah, I mean, it's nice because it gives you something to put everything in. To be honest, what I would have really liked, scrap the postcard, give us 40 sleeves.
Yeah, that's true. Yes,
Because
that would be very
everyone
good.
plays sealed and they need sleeves.
They need sleeves.
Just give us sleeves of this set,
Yeah.
40 of them, so that way we can sleeve our 40 card deck and play sealed.
And is the deck box plastic or cardboard?
Cardboard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'll just scrap both of them and gone for sleeves. I think you're right. But I am intrigued
I mean,
that they've.
it's a start though.
It is. No, look. This is an awesome addition. And this signals them getting right behind sealed and pre-release events, and they've said Wilds Unknown is the first set that's more designed towards sealed and draft. So yeah, I'm all for that. I think it's a great fun format. Great way to bring new players in as well, because you don't have to have a deck. If you haven't played, if you haven't got a single Lorcana card, you can turn up and compete in a sealed or a draft event. Also kind of gives everyone a chance. Because again, it's not about who can get their hands on 4 Cinderellas and 4 Hades. it is about a bit of luck of what you open, but then your skills in putting those together to form a deck and then playing it. So I think it's a great format. So it's
Yeah, no,
great to
definitely.
see them get behind it. I'm really intrigued by the fact that they're keeping us guessing. They're only giving us the characters on 2 of those boosters.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's got to be someone who's not revealed yet. I mean, if it was Buzz, I think Buzz would be on there. So I think it's potentially one of the other Toy Story characters, or it's another Pixar character, because we know this is where Pixar gets announced
could we have
to
another Pixar
thingy, but
franchise?
we don't know. Yeah, so it could be another Pixar franchise that we don't know about yet. I'm just trying to think of ones that fit the theme. There's quite a few that you could add in. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited for unknowns. This is one of those ones that I think it's going to have a lot of hype around it when we get there. Adding these characters that a lot of us. Well, I mean, I may be talking about myself here, Glenn, but a lot of us, grew up with Woody and Buzz as our main Disney films. But yeah, I'm looking forward
What
to
are you
this one.
saying?
Nothing,
We did at
nothing.
least have
So,
colour
so
TV when I was growing up. Just.
he did. Oh, that's all right then. That's all right. So moving on from there, this weekend, so I will be travelling down to Axion. So I know a few people I've spoken to already are also going. So if you are there, come say hi. I'll be wearing my Uninkable Dads t-shirt. It's the reason I'm not wearing it today. Keep it nice and fresh for you, not, podcast sweaty. So, I've got 2. I've got a black and a blue one. So I'll be in one of them. Just come find me. Come say hello. I'm going to try and remember. I'm going to dig them out in a minute and put them in my bag. I'm going to take some stickers with me. So come say hi. Say you saw the this episode, and I'll try and give some stickers away. So yeah, I'm excited for Action. It's the Edgbaston Stadium. So for me, this is like a win-win. Like, as a cricket fan, I'm getting to go play in the cricket ground. It's like, that's awesome. It's like, can I go play on the field? Like, I
Taking
throw
your
this
bat with
card
you.
for 6. Yeah, maybe that's it. Everyone goes as cosplay. Maybe I should just turn up in my cricket gear. Just pads, helmet, gloves, the whole lot. Yeah, that could be a good one. Never know, they might think I'm one of the players. So going down there, I'm going to play in the Mega Lumineers Cup. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, Crack It Out won last time. It is Fabled set for the Saturday. So Saturday is Fabled meta. Just because we're on that transition, this weekend is the big box release for all the stores. So it's Fabled on Saturday and Whispers on Sunday. So yeah, on the mega release, the pricing. So basically, points gets you tickets. I think it's 240 tickets, and you can buy a box. So 18 points, which is, what's that, 6 wins? No. Yeah, 6 wins. So 6 wins get you a booster box. Any above there will then start to add up into others. There are other ways you can get tickets. A bit like DLC, really. You can go do side events, pack rush, and stuff like that. Top 16 will get a case of Whispers. Quarterfinalists will also get a case of Whispers. So I'm guessing you get 2 cases if you come in the quarters. Semi-finalist is £500 towards a DLC and 2 boxes of first chapter. And then the finalists both get a trip to Disneyland Paris and 2 boxes of first chapter. And the winner also gets the trip to Florida. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm excited for this one. I was really surprised this didn't get turned into a CCQ, but from what we can see when I show you later, the pricing is actually better than a lot of the CCQs are. And then on the
How many
Sunday,
rounds?
sorry, I think it's 9.
9. So it's not bad. So you're
I think
saying
it's 9.
6.
9 top 16 day 2.
Yeah, so but a 6-3 record, and you walk away with a box.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And if you don't make top 16, you can compete in the Whispers in the Well on day 2, which again, obviously, like you see there, 15 points. So that's only 5 wins, and you can win a booster box. So yeah, I think the Whispers in the Well, that one is straight Swiss. There's no top cut for that. So basically, the idea is 21 points is going to be the winner. So they're going to be the person that's got a clean record. So I think it's 7 rounds, and they'll get a case. So that's pretty good. So yeah, and then as always, Action, you've got some little side bits going on. So you got the costume contest. Like I say, maybe I'll dress up in my cricket gear. Disney karaoke, which I will not be taking part in, but I will be listening to. And then quiz time. So I will be sticking around for the quiz. Me and Jamie from... I always get this wrong, but it doesn't matter this time because I got their card.
The
so
laser
from the
outlet.
laser outlet. Jamie will be there, so I think we're going to take part of the quiz together and have a nice chilled evening.
I'm so jealous of that bit. I mean, honestly, I'd leave my deck at home and just absolutely enjoy the day.
Just jump up on the train
with people running around in cosplay, bit of karaoke, Disney quiz. Just sounds like an awesome event. The Lorcana.
It's a nice way to wind down the evening.
Yeah.
Like you've had all this stress, and instead of everyone just going like, right, day one's over, everyone go, and like everyone has to worry about what they're doing the next day. It's like, right, no, just stay. Have a laugh, enjoy yourself. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. The side event stuff wise, obviously this Sunday you got the top 16, you got the Whispers in the Well. You've also got a movie constructed. I was thinking about taking part of this, but I decided not to. The prizing wasn't quite as good. But if you do win, you get tickets to go see Hercules at West End. So it's not bad. And then side events running throughout the thing is Lorcana Bingo, Fusion Draft, and a Disney Quiz. I think there's also Pack Rush as well, if anyone wanted to do Pack Rush. That can all get you tickets. And I think there's even a throw a card in the hat. So Sharpshooter, I think it's called. You pay like £1 and you get 5 shots. And you have to stand back and throw the card. And if you get it in the hat, you'll get prize tickets. So there's a few nice little things to, keep you going through the day. And for anyone that is going... Matthew Robert Davis will be there on the Saturday doing art signing. So he is obviously the Enchanted Elsa, Hades, and I think there are other cards as well. It says obviously Ariel, Ursula, and Gaston. So I will be checking out what cards he has done and take a few with me. I'm definitely going to get him signed my Hades. That'd be nice. On the Sunday... Alan Batson's there, who has done a few cards, including the Tramp. And then I think he's done some few others. Like I say, I need to have a look. 11 cards to date he's done. And I think quite a few of first chapter by the looks of things. So yeah, I'll have a look at what cards he's done. And it might be worth taking some along if you are going. So quickly... We'll skip over this one. This is my deck for Saturday, and it's Fabled. No one's interested in a Fabled deck. So we'll skip on to that and the Sunday. So I've added a few new cards. So we've got the Hades, Demona, Junior Woodchuck, Guidebook, and the new Cindy. They're the new ones that are coming in. Cindy on this into Demona is really nice because obviously you go 4 straight into that 6 if you've depleted your hand, which most of the time if you've gone Basil, Tipo, Cindy, you're probably only down to 1 card in hand. So this is going to give you another 2, which is nice. And then Tamato's come back. So we'll have to see how this goes. I think Tamato's with the guidebooks can do quite well. So there might be a couple of little changes between now and then, but we'll see. I think this is pretty much locked in now. So
did you not ask if you could play 6 Cindy's in there? You never know.
Should have done.
They might go.
I mean, I got
Mate,
7.
if you can get them. If you can get them.
That's it. I've got 7. Can I play 7?
I mean, this Hades is a good card, right? I think there was some real debate about it when it first came out. I must admit, I looked at it and I was like, I think it's good in some situations. I think it's not so good in some others. I think it's just good.
It is good. All the testing I've done, it's 90% of the time it's draw two. You know, and if they don't, it's basically a Dragonfire. It basically banishes that card. Yes, it puts it to the bottom of the deck, but the chances are they're never seeing it again. So it's basically gets it off the board, or you draw two. So you pick something big, and it's a win-win. They get rid of it, great. If they don't, I draw two cards. Either way, it's so good. It's a nice one as well. It's another 5 slot. You know, we struggle with the Bell and the Elsa. It's like the Bell you want to play if you've got some damage to move. Elsa you want to play if you've got something to exert. Whereas now it's like, well, you just get rid of that or give me 2 cards. Your choice. So it's a nice little in this deck.
I'm interested that you've gone for the 4 Bell there and the 3 Elsa. So very often we see the Elsa maxed out and the Bell at the 2 or the 3. So what was your thinking there?
It's mainly Demona. So Demona obviously comes in and exerts everything. So I was like, she kind of does what Elsa does. She doesn't have the rush. And she's not evasive, but it's the fact that she exerts everything. So I feel like I can afford to cut one. Like I said, this is where the numbers might change. That was mainly what I've been testing out, so that might change slightly. Potentially drop a couple of Tammers because it's nice, but it can be slow. It was always slow, but the thing is with Popsicle is really, really good and slow. Whereas now with the Woodchuck, it's still good. It's just not quite as good. So Tamar might go down to a 2, and Elsa will go to a 4, and Mim will probably go to a 3, just to balance out that early game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It'd be nice to try something different. And also this weekend is another CCQ. So this is in, I believe this is Germany or Spain, somewhere around there. It's in Europe. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what comes out of this one. So this is a 512 player CCQ. So I'm interested to see how this one does. And as I was talking about pricing wise, we have our CCQ in the UK. Our last one that's been announced, which is in Wakefield. So a little bit more up north for anyone who is local for us. It's not too bad. I think it's about the same distance Cardiff. It's about 3.5, 4 hours. So, but yeah, so the main event, this is what the thing I found with the CCQs is the pricing isn't great unless you're winning, basically. Whereas Action's a bit more flexible. You can have a bad day and still walk away with some half-decent pricing. So the main event is stacking pricing, so this all does stack as you go up. But so participation, you'll get 3 packs of Whispers and a promo card. And then you have to make top 156 to get 2 more packs, which is basically the top 50%. So there's a good chance, because I think this is a 512. 512? Yeah, 512. So, you got to be in the top 50% to get an extra 2. And then it's not until top 64. So it's a big jump. And you only get a pin. I mean, don't get me wrong, the pins are nice. Yes, they're being phased out, so they are slightly more valuable now than what they were. But
do we know what pin?
Big jump just to get a pin. No, it's random.
Right.
So it's not going to be like the world pin or anything like that. It's going to be one of the league pins. And then top 32 get the Villainous game and the 2025 event playmat. Top 16 will get the Lumineers Quest sleeves, which I love. They are so nice. And a Whispers booster display box. So where this now stacks, that means that the top 8 will get everything we've already read out. Plus another booster box and the Mulan DLC card. Top 4, 2 more boosters. So basically now a case with the Simba. And then the top 2 both get 2 more boosters and an Elsa DLC card as well. And then obviously the winner also gets the invite to the Continental. The European Continental Championship. So, yeah, like I said, the pricing for CCQs I find is a bit off. I think it's because the main prize is so big. You're going straight to Continental, so they don't put too much into it as well, because that was pretty much the same as Cardiff. I don't think Cardiff had anything different, and it was about the same. So I wonder whether that's there's a reason for it. So that may be why Action didn't get one, because they turned around and said, no, we don't want to drop our pricing down. You know, our pricing is our pricing. So I don't know. I obviously we're only guessing at that, but there's a potential reason on why that happens. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. I know a few people are going, so it'll be exciting to see how everyone does.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if you are off to something this weekend, if you're playing at any events, and let us know how you get on.
Yeah, so get your Continentals invite, and then go win that, and then go to Worlds, and then you get a shiny version of this. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, or you can just come down to Chelmsford.
Yeah, I mean, you get the non-shiny version, but I'll still take it. So we have the Infinity Weekend announced now. So R1 at Chelmsford, it will be on Sunday, the 14th of December. So just over a month. And it is a £8 entry. You get a booster and the whole new world promo card. So yeah, this is really nice. I'm looking forward to this one. Me and Caroline coming down, and it's Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to build? Going to go to Action, get Action done, and then I'm going to come back and concentrate on this and this alone. Friday nights is going to be random, and it's going to be whatever I've got sleeved. I'm going to be hyper focusing on this. I need to come away the Infinity champ.
But this is interesting, right? Because I mean, it all gone very quiet on this, wasn't it? You know, people were wanting to get their hands on this. There were no audience or attendee tickets for Worlds, so it was like, yeah, we will find a way of getting these out to you. So they have done. Took a little while. So
yeah,
but,
I mean, what was it, June Worlds?
But fair enough, they were good to their word. We've got an opportunity to go and get our hands on them. So and play some Infinity at the same time. So as you say,
yeah,
some really spicy decks possible in Infinity. Now, whether you want to build something that's
going to be interesting.
Whether you want to build something that's just based around your favourite sort of franchise, you can do that now. There's enough sets for you to be able to build a movie deck and have all the cards from that movie potentially. Whether you want to build something that is got some crazy one-turn combo, there's a few of them that would be possible. Or whether you want to try and build, the most competitive, consistent deck. I think Infinity would be. It'll probably blow my mind because I struggle to pick me cards out of the
so many options with
pool available. But yeah,
I mean, the only Infinity I've played was Cardiff in the CCQ, and with that, I just literally took my red-blue deck. I didn't make any changes to it. I know how to play it. It does well, and there's so many options though. It's like I want to go back to discards. You've got a couple of new really good discard things. You've got Max Goof, so you can bring back the discard. You know, there's so many options, but I wouldn't know where to start. It's like I struggle in the current thing when we're missing like 800 cards. I still struggle to narrow it down to 60. You give me that another 800 odd cards, I'm not going to know what to put in. There's going to be so many options.
Well, you play discard, I'm going to play Ruby Amethyst, and about 58 of the cards in my deck are going to draw me cards.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll find a way of stopping it. It'll be good. I'll keep bringing it back. Every time you draw, I'll discard, and we'll just spend the entire day until you get decked out. So, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be a nice mix-up, and I mean, I think the way things are looking, it's unlikely that I'm going to be able to go to DLC in Birmingham. Birmingham? I wish it was Birmingham.
I can say, have I missed this? Because I'll be there.
So we've had a little bit of news on this. Now it's still 3 days, but they're breaking it down. So you got 2 day ones basically. So players will be able to choose their main event tickets when they purchase, whether they want to play day one on the Friday or the Saturday. You can't enter both, and if you apply for the Friday, you can still get entry to the hall and everything on Saturday, and if you apply for Saturday, you get entry on the hall on Friday. And then Sunday have been a standard top cut. So, I mean, it's looking unlikely now that I'm going to be able to make this. So, do I just go to Germany, which is the next one, and play Infinity? Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Do we just, don't worry about this. We'll go to Germany and take the broken Infinity deck that we made on the Infinity weekend.
I mean, if I could get there, I kind of like the weekend format, right? I think if I could get there, I think I'd play on the Friday ideally, and have a Saturday as a break to go and check out the city, check out the area, and just refresh, ready for Sunday to obviously just go and play some side events because I'm not getting through today too. But I'd be there, refreshed, ready. If something crazy did happen, like 2016 players all dropping from the tournament to get me through to top 32.
Yeah, I mean, this is really random as well because this is the first DLC we've had where you get a Worlds invite from, not a Continental. You jump and go straight to Worlds. So obviously we've got two separate run days. So you got the Friday and the Saturday, and each one of those on the Sunday will have a top 32. So each one has a top 32 going on, a best of three, and then a grand finals. And then the two winners from each one will play each other, and whoever wins that goes straight to Worlds. So that's massive. That's huge. So, you obviously can't play in both. You can't do Friday and Saturday. But if you pick whichever one, if you go ahead, you do really well. You get through day one, you get to day two, you make to the top 32. And then all of a sudden, you're in that final. You've got the Mickey, you've got the Continental, you've got everything like that. But you've got to play one more game. And if you win that, you get to go to Worlds. That's massive. This is the first DLC where we've seen that fast track straight to Worlds. So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, I quite like it if this is the way DLCs are going to go when they get this big. We're hoping that they're all going to start to climb to this eventually, where we're not stuck on this 2,048 players, but we've got 2,048 over a couple of days to give more access,
And that's potentially 10 rounds on Sunday for the winner.
With 32, 16, 8, 4, 5, 4, 2, 1. No.
4 rounds of Swiss.
Oh, no, you got 4 rounds of Swiss, didn't you?
Yeah. 32, 16, 8, 4, 2. That's 9. And then your championship is 10.
And then the grand final. Yeah.
And I assume that's going to be best of 5, I would have thought.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's I mean, you'll be quite happy with a long day if you got a Worlds invite, but it's a long. It is a long day for whoever gets there.
Yeah, you're not going to get to that 10th game and go, do you know what? I've had a long day, mate. It's yours. Just take it. That's never going to happen. But no, it's exciting times. We've had a few bits. We've had obviously the news on the pre-release kit, and we've got this news now that shows that they are really trying to expand these and add new things to them. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
So I hope the information on the upcoming events has been helpful. If you're getting value, do give us a like and think about subscribing to the channel. It really helps us. And obviously let us know in the comments if you're going to any of these events and how you get on at them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those ones that we've got, like we said, we've got some exciting times coming through. And it's going to be interesting to see how things go. So this week's Art Matters game was someone you would like to be on your quiz team. So I'm going to action the weekend. We're going to be playing the quiz. So who have we got? So first up, we have got Sans Boy, which he is going to action. He has said to me he will be there. So Emily Quackfaster. Glad I got that right. That could go extremely wrong. So it looks very helpful in the quiz. So I like this one. It's a nice
Librarian.
one.
Yeah, going to be good on the
Now I've read that, I'm wondering whether this artist has tried to trip me up there. I wonder if that was are we going to start
Nice
seeing
try.
this from him? Is this now he's going to start picking cards that I purposely can't say? So yeah. Bev has gone with Winnie the Pooh having a think. Looks like he wouldn't rush his answers and take his time.
Yeah,
I like that.
very true. It's just all the answers would be honey. But he'd think about it, eh?
Yeah.
Think about it.
Honey. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you keep guessing honey, eventually you're probably going to be right, you know? So Mrs. FPS went for Jasmine. So her thing was, the scroll in the background looks like it's flying, so she thinks it might be related to the magic carpet, and therefore it might be an enchanted scroll, and therefore give her the answers. I was like, so basically you want to cheat on a quiz? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay.
What does your other half do for a living?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, interesting one. So going from there, my pick this week, this card I've never really paid too much attention to, mainly because it doesn't see any play and it's absolutely useless. But I went for good old Merlin. So I just looked at this art and it just jumped out to me, and I was like, I could see him in a quiz just being like, hang on a minute, honey, that's the answer. Him and Pooh together, they're going to crack the answer.
And he's not just going to give you the answer, he's going to give you a lecture on the answer. So, you'll get the full backstory to the answer. But yeah, this is
the answer, and here's 50,000 reasons why it's the answer.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to see, as you say, the card getting some use in Art Matters, because it was such a shame that this card never saw play. It really looked like it could have so much potential. As you say, the art's nice, the mechanic looked like it could be a lot of fun and enable some real combos, and it just didn't, sadly. But
yeah, I think it did at locals, didn't it? I think someone was playing it at locals at one point when you had obviously the Merlin bounce package in Blurple originally. But yeah, it is a bit of a shame because it is a nice card. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe we need to bring this back. What good Merlins we got? So, what did you go for then? God, Art Matters. You're taking him to a quiz.
Gone for Rafiki. Yeah, I think he's the wise old sage. He'd be there with some answers. No one would be able to understand them. But the quizmaster would just have to give you points because they sounded so good.
Yeah. See, now you obviously went with Rafiki here because he's an enchanted, and you're trying to push the Art Matters luck, aren't you?
There might be that. Although I've now got to go and buy
set 6 pack 6
packs. Yeah. And I don't particularly
if you buy a set 6 pack and pull a Rafiki, I am calling some weird jinx, and my Art Matters is gonna be absolutely broken from now on. So yeah, that was the Art Matters for this week. I'd like to say thank you for everyone who did comment. Yeah, I know this week has been a very busy week for everyone. Unfortunately, our schedule was Friday. Everyone knows our videos come out on a Friday morning. We're there. We're your faithful on a jog, at the gym, at work. We're there. Unfortunately, when it's also released on a Friday, we kind of get lost. We disappear into the unknown. So yeah, thank you for everyone who did come across and watch the video and leave some comments and likes and everything. And I'll be back to normal for the next 14 weeks. So I'm excited. For this meta. See how we go. And yeah, is there anything else we need to touch on before we let everyone go?
No, I think we're good. I think we've covered some shiny cardboard. We've covered some events that you can take the shiny cardboard to. Some things to watch out for. Again, let's.
What more could you want?
Yeah. But again, let us know in the comments as well. Are there any particular decks you would like to see us cover? We've got 14 weeks, as FPF says, of Whispers in the Well. We've got so much opportunity to explore so many different combinations. So yeah, let us know if there's a particular deck that you're playing with, that you're excited about, that you've been looking at, or that you want us to cover and have a look at. Let us know. We'll have a look and potentially cover the deck on an upcoming episode.
Perfect. Well, as always, it's time to roll up that Uninkable Dads playmat. Oh, spoiler alert for the future.
Pack away the dice.
And remember, stay uninkable.
See you next time.
See you next time.